Hi everybody, it's Dawn here from Krazy and Krafty. I thought what I would do tonight is show a little quick tutorial for the Hey Girl Hey wreath. That's our sign. So this method is a poof method, and what we'll use is 21-inch. This is a burlap mesh. So basically, you'll get your wire wreath form, and then you'll get 12 pipe cleaners. And what we'll do is we'll attach 6 on the inside, 2, and then 6 on the outside, 2. And if you see here, I started so you could see. And what we'll do is we'll use these brackets here, these little seams where they connected, as our point. So we put our pipe cleaner, cross it over really tight, and we kind of give it like a little bit of a hook. And that kind of locks it in, makes it tight, and then just twist it twice. We don't want to twist it more than twice. Twice is all we need for this, the very start, because every time you twist, it makes more and more gaps and spaces in between, and we don't want that, because then your mesh and everything will fall over. So with that being said, we'll go all the way around all the spots. And then the next layer, you also have 6, but it's going to go in between the 2 spots you just did. We're going to go now on the outside like this, and it goes in between. So you're going to go in between all the way around. So when you're finished, you'll have 12 spots, okay? And then you're going to take your burlap mesh, 21-inch, you're going to gather it up, like this. So you've got just a little bit of a tail, if you will, okay? And it comes with a zip tie. It actually comes with 2, 1 for each end when you're done and when you start, okay? So what I do is we always start on the inside when it's the poof. So what I like to do is I like to put it in between and start right up to one of your ties there. And I'll take the zip tie and I'll attach it in right there, and I will tuck the tail up under. And that's how you start it, okay? So now I'm going to take my mesh, unroll this for you. Okay, so now this is zip tied in, and it's not going to move on me. And then what I do is I'm going to pass this one, and I'm going to go to the next one, okay? So my hand is holding this, but I'm just going to tuck it through so it doesn't move so much on me, okay? So what I'll do is I slide my hand down to this. I skipped one, and I went to the next. And then I'll back this up, and I'll kind of fluff it, open it up a little bit. And then I'll open up my twist tie, and I'll twist and tie it really tight. And I'll give it a couple twists, just 2, okay? And you can fluff as you go. And then you do the same thing again. You're going to skip this one, and you're going to go to the next one. Go to this one, and then you back it up, put it inside of your twist tie, cross it over, pull really tight, and twist, and then you fluff it as you go along, okay? And you're going to continue that all the way around, and you're not going to cut it. You're going to get all the way to the end. This is going to be where we started, and then this is where you stop for the inside, and then you're just going to stretch it down to the second one. You're going to skip. So I'll show you. Pretend we came all the way around. So here we are, coming all the way to the end, and let's say we're finished right here. We're not going to cut it off. We're not going to go to this tie that's in between these brackets. We're going to go to the next tie that's in between the brackets. So you're going to stretch your hand down and back it up. And then you're going to continue all the way around inside those bottom outside poofs, all the way around. And then when you get to the end, then you'll use your zip tie, your second zip tie, tie it off, and then you can cut it. You're probably going to have extra. We sent extra with you just in case you went crazy and made super big poofs. Okay, so now for your sign, you don't need this little jute string here. So I usually just take my clippers and I just cut it off right at the staple. And then I will take, these are cable tie mounts that come with your kit. Peel the sticker back. Put a little bit of super glue in the middle. And then you stick them down. And you leave yourself some room around the edges so that you have room, because then you stick that down with your super glue and the sticker part. And then you're going to come in with your glue gun. And you're going to make a bead of glue all the way around the perimeter, around the edge, to connect your sign with the plastic. So you're going to give a bead of the hot glue. So
you want to make sure that you take that paper off that sticker.
Yes.
Completely off.
Completely off. Peel it back.
Put your glue and then apply it. Throw away the paper.
Pull it back.
You're putting it back on, but just because we don't want to.
Only because we're not going to waste them.
Hi everybody, I'm Gary. I'm behind the scenes.
All right, so that's how you do your sign. And then when these are all cured up, these will be sticking on the back of your sign like this, all the way around. You're going to have pipe cleaners that came with your kit, and once it's all dried and cured, we're going to slide the pipe cleaner through the holes, and then you're going to twist it, excuse me, tight. Mine aren't glued down. And then I just twist it and I just kind of wrap it up like a vine is climbing a tree. And you do that for all four, so it'll look like this sticking up on all four spots. And this is how you go through the mesh and put your sign on. So you'll feed it through, and I'll show you. Once it's all done, you're going to go right down where you want your sign. You're going to go all the way through with this, and then you're just going to twist it around the wire underneath.
That's after we're done with all the ribbons.
Yes. So the ribbons that we have, get my scissors, are super cute. And we've got cow print, and it's so soft, it's so nice. We've got bandana, and we've got our denim. So for these, they get cut in 12-inch tails, and you should have 12 of them when you're all done. So you should have 12 of the cow, 12 bandana, and 12 of the denim. And what happens is, once you cut your strips, they'll look like this, and you'll position them however you want to do it. You can do them whatever pattern you like. I'll show you how to dovetail them in a minute. But you're going to stack all three together, and then those will go into your pipe cleaners. So to dovetail them, to make them look pretty, before you stick them in there, is you're going to cut it up to the ceiling there. So we don't want to cut through the metal. We put metal to metal edge, the wire together, and then we want to cut through the soft part. So you're going to fold it over like a taco, and then you want to cut towards the metal, not through the metal. If you go through the metal, you're going to get a point. We don't want that. So that's how you do to get a dovetail. So all your tails will be dovetailed. And when I say will be, I mean when you're done, they should all be done. They don't come that way. They'll come as your fabric ready to go. You'll cut them in the 12-inch strips, and then you'll dovetail them. And that's both ends. And then I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so then line them up. And what I like to do is I'll go ahead and line them up like this, and then I'll bend them over and make sure that they're lined up, and that fold it so that ugly side is inside and the pretty sides are out. And you can just fold them all up and make stacks of them, and you can have them all ready to go whenever you're ready to do your project or when you're doing it now. Then when you open them up, you found your center. And that's important because you don't want one tail longer than the other. So you open it up a little bit, and then you just kind of squinch and walk it up, pull it down towards you. And then we'll find one of your pipe cleaners that you just did your poofs with all the way around. And then you're going to do the same thing you did for the poof. You're going to cross it over, pull it really tight, and twist. And this one you're going to twist a couple times because you're done once you put these in.
Do you want them to do the entire inner ring first and then do the outer ring after?
You're going to do all your poofs.
Yep.
And then you can put in all your tails. And you can start on the outside, and then you can put them on the inside.
Doesn't matter the order. Okay.
If you have the ones on the outside first, then it's a little easier when you're going on the inside of them because your outsides are already done. You don't have to battle it back and forth. Okay. So we'll cut this off. I'll pretend like I cut this off. We'll make a little nub, cut that off, and then I'll tuck it underneath that little nub. We'll tuck it underneath the tails. And then you open them up. And what I like to do is rotate the pattern. So it'll be red cow denim, red cow denim. And you'll carry that all the way around every time. So you should never have two the same colors together. So if you go to do your next set, it shouldn't look like that. Your next set of tails, when you go to open them up, it should be like this, so that you can continue to rotate your patterns all the way around. And that'll be for the outside ring that you do first, and then the inside ring. So when you have all of your steps done, all your spots, I like to come in with the sign, and I like to cover up these little nubs if I can. So I'll position this around, feed it through like I showed you earlier, wrap the wire and the pipe cleaner around, and then for the bow, I'll show you what the measurements are for the bow. And then the bow will be above that. One thing I don't have in here that I forgot to pull out is the raffia. So what we do for the raffia is I will take pieces of the raffia and I cut them to be like approximately this length, and they're just in groupings. So it'll look like, you know, a grouping of the raffia. And then I will just bunch it and put it in. And I actually believe, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I put that down first inside here. So I'm trying to remember if that, no, this doesn't want to open. I might have been tying it the wrong way. So I believe I have the raffia and then the ribbon, or it's the ribbon and then the raffia. I believe, yeah, so don't twist it and cut it yet. My bad, I apologize. It will be, put your tails in, twist it twice, and then put your raffia in. And then you can twist it 3 or 4 times, and then you'll make your cut and tuck it under. Okay? So then you'll do that pattern all the way around. Put in your tails, put in your raffia, twist it 4 or 5 times, cut, and tuck the little nub. Okay? And then for the ribbon, this is for your bow. For the cow, we have 6-inch tails. This is for your bow. So we're going to do 6-inch tails, 2 6-inch tails, and then we're going to do 4 5-inch loops on this. Okay, so that's going to be your outside of your bow. And then the next one is your denim. And this is going to be 5.5-inch tails. So you're going to have 2 5.5-inch tails. And then you're going to have 4 4.5-inch loops. So when you do it, you'll have 4 there. And then when you fluff it out, On this, you'll also have 4, but they'll be kind of in between these. And then this is your inside. And this one is 5-inch tails, and there's 6 3.5-inch loops. So you've got this spread out 4, and then this goes in between those, and then these 6 loops that you make will just be 3 on each side around on the inside. And then I took the raffia that I had left over. You don't have to use it all, but I did take a bundle of the raffia and I made a bow out of it. So if this was my raffia, I just did it like tying like a bow tie, like I'm tying my shoe. And then I stuck that into the pipe cleaner. So what we use the pipe cleaner that you have left over from, and I'll take this off here and show you. When you make your bow and you've got all your layers and all your bows ready to go, you will take your pipe cleaner and you're going to wrap it around all your loops, everything you just did down the center, twist it really tight, and then these will go through the mesh just like you did for your sign.
And that'll have the raffia in it as well.
And this will have the raffia in it as well, right on top. Yep, and it'll go right down through, and then you'll twist this around the wire as well.
Frame? Wire
frame, yep. And that's it. That is how you do the Hey Girl Hey with the poof method.
And they can reference the pictures from the website to see details, like they can zoom up on the bow and see the loop positions, and
yes,
they can reference that for anything else that we didn't describe or show.
Yes, exactly. So thanks a lot for coming and hanging out with us tonight. And we will be crafting again soon. Thanks again for joining us. It's always time to get a little crazy. Krafty. Have a good night.